everybody, this is Jean. Today I'm doing the art journal prompt from Nina Ribena's group, and the theme is nature. I love all sorts of nature. I love trees, I love birds, I love wildflowers, I love butterflies and bees and, well, practically anything really. And so I struggled really to think what I was going to do this page on. And then, for some reason, I thought of a photograph I'd seen of the Earth from space. And I thought, well, the Earth is the whole of nature. And that led me to think of a song called Bluebird Home by Peter Mayer, in which he likens the Earth as a boat on which he's travelling. And the implication really being that the Earth is your home and you really need to look after it. And so I thought that ties in with nature, so that's what I'm going to do. I have speeded this up considerably because there really isn't a lot to it. So I'm starting with my usual piece of, this time I think it's mixed media paper. So I start off by dressing it, then I stick it, I'm not sticking it to the paper really, what I'm doing is masking the edges so that I get a border, a white border around the whole thing. And then I've got a piece of acetate, I think it's just from a card, I think it's just the cellophane packet from a card, because I want to get a sort of smooshing effect. So I used various paints and distress oxides and ordinary distress ink for this. I think that first one was Faded Jeans. And you didn't see me do the second bit, but that was like a grey paint, which was just a craft paint. I think this is Stormy Sky. And then I wanted a little bit of brown, you'll see why. And I think this is a Lindy's Magicals spray, a spray that I made from Lindy's Magicals. And I think it was just brown. I think it was just called brown. Well, it's probably got some fancy name, but it was brown. And this is just an ordinary blue craft paint because I wanted something a little bit more blue than I already had. And I dried it in between each layer, and that was it. And then I just wanted a bit more interest, so this is archival ink in watering can, and I'm just doing two sorts of stamps here. Both are indigo blue stamps. This is from a pack which is just full of circles. I can't remember what it's called. There's lots of different sorts of circles. And the other one is also indigo blue, I think, and this is a mesh stamp, and that comes in a pack with all sorts of things like script and various bits and pieces. And here I am just taking the masking tape off now, trying to be careful so I don't pull up the surface of the paper. And then here this is just a glue stick. They come in funny colours now, but this was the only one I could find. It does dry clear, I think. So this is the picture of the Earth from space. I think it's the one that they refer to as the blue marble. I think it was one of the first pictures from space. And I'm just doing a bit of shading with my Stabilo. So I just shade and smudge around the outside. And then, oh yes, I decided to put a bit of a scribbly border around. So I do one line and then I decide to do another line over the top to make it look more scribbly. And then it is just a matter of the quote, I think. So I've laid it out there and I'm sticking it down. It says, "I was born upon the fathoms. Never harbour or port have I known. The wide universe is the ocean I travel, and the earth is my blue boat home." So having stuck it down, I then outline it just with a fine liner. And there it is done. And although it was simple, I do quite like the end result, and I'm certainly glad that I'm able to use the quote. So all that remains for me to say is thank you for watching. I hope to see you again soon. Please subscribe if you haven't already done so. Bye for now.